Well, I thought the defense that we played to start this game was about as good a defense we played all year for sure. And I think they had like 8 points with about 7:20 left in the first half. We couldn't get it going offensively. We had so many opportunities in transition. 10 turnovers in the first half. We were playing, we got sped up. I felt like we were playing too fast instead of having a little more poise out there in transition when we got all those stops. Every time you get a stop, you get the opportunity to run out in transition, and we didn't capitalize on it. And give them credit. They're a very good team that has 5 seniors that showed a lot of poise, even down the way they were. It was 18-9 with 7 something to go. They end up taking a 5-point lead and going into halftime. I thought that Abdul's block shots. I thought our starting front line on the boards were great. The defense in the second half really fell off. And they were able to get out, and then we fought our way back. We had a shaky start the second half. Again, a bad turnover. We passed it in. They scored a layup on the inbounds. We only had 4 turnovers in the second half, but that was a key one because they got a 10-point lead. We got it back to 48-46, and I've got to use our bench more, and I know how many times I've said that this year, but I felt like we got a little bit tired. I took Reggie out up like 48-46, and Purifoy scored 8 points in a row. He had the 2 threes, one at the top of the key, one on a really nice pass from their point guard. And their point guard really was the dominant player of today's game. McCormick, I thought, was really the key guy for Auburn all day. He made great decisions, really made huge shots. I'm sure that's a career high. I would guess 28 points for him. And he's been playing well all year. He really was key. He made big shots. He had 3 offensive rebounds, which we talked about a lot. He rebounds his own misses when he misses, especially around the basket, and they were all big baskets. So give Auburn credit. They're a very good team, very well coached. Returned from a great year last year. Questions?
Go ahead and start with Paul here, front middle.
What was Auburn doing in the first half to keep Perry out of the lane, or was it more you guys not being patient, looking at him? Or
I felt like their pressure really bothered me. They forced a lot of turnovers, so we had a hard time handling their pressure, which is something that I think was a game plan move for them. To really try to heat up the pressure. And to start the game, we got it right into him, and he scored a layup. And we just got to continue to try to get him. When he's down there, he's very dominant. And I think Reggie played very hard today, and was good from the foul line. Had 6 offensive rebounds. We got to do a better job at continuing to feed him the ball down low. I mean, that's when we're, I think, our best offensively.
We'll keep it on the front row and go to Logan to coach's left.
I think Nick had 4 turnovers before that first media timeout. Only had 2 the rest of the way. What did you say to him? What made the difference in that?
I just thought he was, sped up. I felt like, this is the first game, where he's back, and it's a big SEC game, and he's only got 2 games under his belt. I just felt like he was going, and I talked to him. I felt like he hung his head a little bit when he made a couple of those turnovers. Like, hey, you can't worry about it, man. You got to make, get to the next play. And, he was cramping, but he played really hard today, and he'll do better. But, missing those first 10 games obviously, had a little bit of effect on his, experience because he's been out 20 games in a row. But I thought he showed a lot of heart and a lot of toughness.
Go to Garrick to coach's right.
Abdul, 11 rebounds and 9 blocks, almost has a double-double without getting to 10 points. How much of a force was he downloaded?
Yeah, I thought he was great, especially on the defensive end, blocking shots. I mean, he did so many good things for us. We got to get him the ball more because he's scoring so much better and making his foul shots. He did a great job on the offensive glass. He got 3 there. He played with a lot of heart and a lot of toughness today. And really, as you guys know, I love Abdul and love his fight for his team.
Any questions for Coach? Emma's got the microphone. We'll get it to you. We'll go to Tyler in the second row in the middle.
Tyson's only 1 of 11 for 4 points today. How much of a factor is that in the offense not being what you wanted it to be? And when he's having a game like that, how hard is it for you guys to be what you want to be on offense?
Yeah, he is a key guy for us, obviously. And I thought they really tried to run him off the 3-point line and make him put the ball on the floor. And he's just got to be willing to be a little more patient, and we got to play inside out so he can get some kickouts. He had a couple good looks that he missed, but a lot of his shots were off the dribble versus catching and shooting. I think where he's at his best is when we're penetrating and finding him in transition or finding him in the half court for open looks. That's where he really, I think, shines.
What do you think of the crowd and the atmosphere today?
I thought the crowd was great. I mean, it was phenomenal atmosphere, great support from our crowd. Really appreciative of that, and really, excited to have our fans, out here supporting their team.
Any other questions for Coach before we let him go? All right, we'll see you guys Tuesday.
Thank you.